I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Mets vs. Marlins. My team pick is Mets to win. Last season, the Mets dominated the head-to-head, going 9-4 against the Marlins and 5-2 in Miami. The Marlins have pretty much waved the white flag on the season already, but New York has not, just yet. This series serves as a strong opportunity for them to pick themselves up and get in gear. There is a lot of excitement around Scott joining the club, and he has not looked fazed by the jump at all. This is a great chance for him to shine. I expect another 6 innings, at least, from the Mets hurler and plenty of strikeouts. The Marlins' offense is one of the worst in going right now, and they don't have much in the way of leadership to guide them. Miami is 6-17 at home this season, the worst mark in baseball. Take the Mets. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. In the last 10 meetings between these teams, one team has been held to 3 runs or less in each. This season, there have been 41 games between the teams that have hit the under. This total accounts for how well Scott has been since making his MLB debut, coupled with how bad the Miami offense is. Even in their 2 wins in Detroit, the Marlins scored a combined 3 runs. Over their last 12 games, Miami's offense put up 3 runs or less 8 times. New York's offense has also been allowed of late, scoring 4 runs or less in 7 of their 10 games before Thursday night. The under is 5-3 in the last 8 meetings between the teams. Take the under. Twins vs. Guardians. My team pick is Cleveland to win. Cleveland won both games played in Minnesota against the Twins earlier this season, limiting their opponent to 2 runs or less in each of the contests. The Guardians have won 5 of their last 7 matchups, with Twins dating back to last season. Twins batters hit a lean .172 with a .305 slugging percentage against Guardians hurlers in their last 4 games. The Guardians have excelled at home this season, winning at a 66.7% clip and not losing a series at Progressive Field since early April. They have won 3 of their last 4 home games. The Twins' pitching staff has allowed 5 runs or more to their opponents in 3 of their previous 4 road games. Minnesota's offense ranks in the bottom half of the league in batting average, so they may not have the firepower to mount a comeback if they find themselves down early on the road. McKenzie blanked the Twins over 5 innings and struck out 10 batters in his last start against them, played in Minnesota last June. The stats and trends strongly support a Guardians victory at home in the first game of the series. Take the Guardians. My total pick is under. The 2 games played between these 2 squads earlier this season both went under the run total, with only 10 combined runners crossing the plate. 4 of the 6 games played at Progressive Field last season between the Twins and the Guardians went under the run total. Minnesota has scored 2 runs or less in 5 of their previous 7 games against the Guardians. Both teams' pitching staffs rank in the top half of the league in several key categories, with the Guardians ranking in the top 10 in ERA, so the odds either squad scores quickly in bunches are low. The Guardians have gone under the run total W in 4 of their last 6 games in front of the home crowd. Minnesota's offense ranks in the bottom half of the league in batting average, so they may have difficulty getting runners on and adding to the score sheet on the road against the solid Cleveland pitching staff. McKenzie has pitched effectively versus the Twins in his last 2 games, producing a 2.25 ERA and 0.75 WHIP in 12 innings. Minnesota has gone under the run total in 3 straight. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair in Cleveland on Friday. Take the under. Padres vs. Braves. My team pick is Braves minus 1.5 runs. This should be a very entertaining weekend series, featuring a ton of star power between these two lineups. However, with the pitching matchup in Game 1, I give a pretty sizable edge to the Braves. I'll lay the 1.5 runs with them. This is a pure fade of Matt Waldron and the San Diego bullpen. Waldron has gotten roughed up all season, where he's just 1-5 with a 5.49 ERA and 1.45 WHIP. San Diego is just 1-7 SU in his starts, and they've lost 6 of those 8 games by multiple runs. I don't think the right-hander has what it takes to slow down this Atlanta offense, which is ranked 5th in team batting average, .255, and 6th in OPS, .739. The Padres also bring in a relief staff that's a pedestrian 16th in ERA, 4.02, and 9th in WHIP, 1.23. Let's back the Braves, who have won 6 of their last 8 games, with all 6 victories being multi-run wins. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. Unless the Braves clear the total by themselves, I think we'll land under this number of 8.5 runs. While Waldron hasn't been good this season, he's coming off a 1-run performance against the Dodgers, 5.1 IP, in his last outing. And, while the Braves have great overall numbers, they're a mediocre 13th in team batting average, .240, and 12th in OPS, .713, over the last 7 days. Athletics versus Royals. My team pick is Royals moneyline. The ability for these starting pitchers to limit the amount of home runs against them is critical, and there is a gap here as Kyler Muller has allowed 4 home runs in 27.2 innings, while Cole Ragans has given up 3 homers in 49.0 innings of work. The Royals have also been the better overall offense as they are tied for 16th with a .687 team OPS, while the Athletics are tied for 20th with a .671 team OPS. All in all, go with the Kansas City Royals to win at home. My total pick is under. Both teams have been pitching pretty well and should be able to limit the amount of runs in this game as well. These bullpens are doing pretty well throughout the season, as Oakland is 10th with a 3.41 reliever ERA thus far, while Kansas City is 14th with a 3.94 bullpen ERA up to this point. Neither offense has been able to do too well at getting on base, as the A's are 28th in the majors with a .294 team on base percentage thus far, while the Royals are 23rd in the sport with a .302 team on base percentage up to this point. Go with the under as the better option, as these teams are not scoring too many runs here. Angels versus Rangers. My team pick is Rangers to win. The Texas Rangers have been far and away the better team and should be able to prove that against the Los Angeles Angels. There is a significant difference on how these offenses have been performing throughout the season with runners in scoring position, as Los Angeles is 25th in the majors with a .662 team OPS. In those situations, as Texas is all the way up in second place in Major League Baseball with a .858 team OPS up to this point. These starting pitchers have been showing a bit of a difference in the month of May so far. Tyler Anderson is 1-1 with a 4.85 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP in 13.0 innings in the month of May, while Andrew Heaney is 0-1 with a 2.00 ERA and a 1.26 WHIP in 23.0 innings thus far in the calendar month. Both of these bullpens are currently 29th and 30th in terms of ERA, so that is going to be a wash, so go with the Texas Rangers to pick up a win in this game. My total pick is under 9 runs. These starting pitchers have been doing pretty well in terms of limiting runs, as their respective ERAs show, but they are also limiting the amount of hits given up too. Tyler Anderson has a .204 opposing batting average up to this point, while Andrew Heaney is pitching to a .245 batting average against thus far. These offenses are not scoring enough as of late, and things are going to be interesting in that aspect, as the Angels are averaging 5 runs in their previous 6 games, while the Rangers are scoring 2.33 runs in their last 6 games played ahead of this series. All in all, go with under 9 runs in this game as the better option, as these offenses are going to struggle to put up runs early in the game.